What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Truck Driver Sean YouTube channel. So today's a cool day for me because not every day you have an amp that you've been wanting to get for a long time that poof is sitting right there. Yeah. We had a little disagreement when it showed up, but I'm a dum-dum. So yeah. So anybody who saw my comments about having a little bit of issues with the Triple Crown, I'm stupid. Just so you know. In case you haven't figured it out yet. Mesa Swawana. Alright. This is the Mesa Triple Crown, which basically is kind of like a rehashing of three of the most popular channels from three different amps. It's all rumor, of course. There's no writing saying it. But it looks like we have the Fillmore 50 for a clean channel. We have the Crunch channel from the dual rectifier. And a updated, little more saggy version of the triple rectifier red channel, or the lead channel, whatever you want to call it. All in one. Everything's independent. You can run each channel, has its own EQ. It has a master volume for every single one of them, but it also has an output, which kind of you would think would be the master volume, but it is not. It also has a solo boost on it, which I will not be using today because I don't like foot switches, and that's how you use it. So if you want to know how to use that, there's a billion. This is not a new amp. There's a billion versions of things being done with this. You'll be all right. You'll figure it out, okay? All right, so yeah, this is the 50 watt because I'm in a small room here. In case all you think this is a huge room, no, it's 10 by 8. It's a very small room. I have a lot of stuff crammed in this little small room. Stuff you can't even see that's over here, yeah? Yeah, but anyway. I love this amp. It's really good. It's a little pricey. You're looking at pretty close to 28 to 3 grand for it. Probably going to get worse as things go because the price of everything has just gotten absolutely stupid at this point. But it's a great amp. It does a lot for one amp. If you need one amp, but you have to cover a lot of ground, I couldn't say that there's really many that don't do what this does. I mean, that do what this does. God, I need coffee. Hold on just a second. Fucking hell. Yeah, we need coffee. So yeah, it's just good. Like I like rock and roll. I know everybody knows me for metal, but rock and roll is my thing. I love playing rock and roll guitar. Huge fan of like Motley Crue, the hair metal bands, right? And then you got AC/DC, Later in life, you got Hinder and all that. So I just like rock and roll. But God, at 50 years old, I still like to play some ridiculously chuggy riffs. So I kind of do a little everything. If I play ambient, I always play on a clean channel. I do not use any gain at all. So this one here has a very, very good clean channel. I can't say enough good things about it. It also has a direct line out. So if you want to use it as an interface to record, you can do silent recording with it, which is a nice bonus. Has built-in IRs, which is again nice bonus. Not everybody gives you that. This also has another thing that's pretty damn cool, and I think Mesa's kind of doing it with a lot of the amps now. You can run whatever you want for tubes, and there's a switch on the back. If you buy Mesa tubes, they're already biased, so the tubes are biased to Mesa amps. You don't have to rebias your amp. You just change your tubes. If you buy tubes that aren't Mesa, get it biased. Take it to an amp professional. Do not pull a Sean Ward and try to do it yourself and get electrocuted. Yeah, that happened. Hi, Sean. Yeah, fucking dum-dum. Anyhow, for gear I'm going to be using today to do a little demonstration of this. Whenever I think of Mesa, of course it's because I am 50 years old. I've been playing guitar for 30 years, which I'm embarrassed to say that because I suck for someone who's been playing for 30 years. Actually, it hasn't been 30. I've been 27. Yeah, but still, I suck for someone who's been playing 27 years. When I think of Mesa, I think right off the bat, PRS. They seem to have run together for a very, very long time, back in the late 90s through the mid 2000s. Mesa and PRS were together. Like, they were, if you heard one, you knew the other was attached somehow, some way, or at least the person that had that amp had a PRS somewhere in their collection, usually. There's a few nutty bastards that didn't. But for the most part, PRS and Mesa are kind of, they're synonymous with one another, even though Gibson bought Mesa. I don't know if they did that just to give the finger to all of us that like PRSs, but I don't know. Fuck Gibson. Anyhow, yeah, I said that. I'm sorry. I don't know why Gibson took over Mesa. There has to be an end game. I don't know what it is, but they can't get their guitars figured out in a time when guitars should not be hard to figure out. Shit, I bought a Harley Benton for $189. It's better than the last Gibson I got for $3,200. That should never happen on this fucking planet. Or any planet. You know? I'm sure there's somebody in a cave in Afghanistan somewhere who watched my video and goes, $189 better than a Gibson? And they ordered one. I know that because Harley Benton said hi. So, huge thanks to anybody who watched that video on that. It really is worth $189 because you can strip the shit that's off it and you have an amazing guitar. I mean, really, just from junk parts I had laying around, I made an amazing guitar out of that. Total investment, probably $230. Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Mesa. So let's dig out my Tremonti wood library, which, yes, all you people are like, it's an expensive guitar, that's why it sounds good. No. No, that is not why it sounds good. Does the Tremonti sound good? Yes, it does. Does any PRS sound good? Yes, they do. Yeah. Is it a very expensive one? Yes, it is. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. Just for shits and giggles, maybe I'll yank something else off the wall that's... I don't really have any cheap shit. I'll break out the fucking Harley Benton. Fuck it. And I'll show you, it's not... The guitar doesn't make that big of a difference, okay? But, you know, like I said, when I think of Mesa, I think of PRS. I just do. I just do. So we're going to use the PRS Mark Tremonti wood library. We're going to be going through my custom Arachnid 2x12 cabs. As always, you'll never see me use anything else in this room unless I'm demoing something for somebody, but I love those things. Cannot speak highly enough about Arachnid. And because I like to pimp my own shit, we'll be using the TDSFX Sekhmet Overdrive, which... all you gotta do to find us is punch TDSFX in the damn Google. It will send you to our store, which we are using Big Cartel at the moment because we're not big enough to afford a website of our own. So for $15 a month, you can use Big Cartel. So cheap man wins. All right, very cool. So let's just break out the guitar. Fuck talking. We'll start with the clean channel, and we'll just mosey our way through it. Let's turn this overdrive off. All right, very cool. So yeah, I'll be right back in a second. So check out the Batman, or the Fat Man, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Fat Man, but I have to say Batman because someone had a fucking cow that I call myself a Fat Man. If I'm calling myself a Fat Man, it's okay. You want to call me a Fat Man, it's okay. I ate the cookies. All right, very cool. For the Batman! All right, everybody. So, we got the Wood Library, Tremonti, PRS City, baby. We're going to be going clean, straight through the Mesa. So let's just stick around with the clean channel. Here we go. As you can tell, it's just it sounds it sounds like a Fillmore. It's just clean and lush. Sounds real good. You put a reverb on it, you put a delay on it, it just opens up and turns into this really good thing. I don't have nothing hooked up to it because this is a demo of me showing what the amp can do. All right, onto the crunch channel. Yeehaw! so it's just a really good rock and roll channel. We're going to turn on the TDSFX Sekhmet Overdrive just to give it a little more flavor, give you a little taste of this. All right, here we go. Alright, so I put a little overdrive on it. She gets pretty ship-saily. Now we're going to go on to what we call the business channel, the Chug Chug channel. Let's play some metal riffs. Alright, now we're going to slap on some booster. The TDSFX Sekhmet Overdrive. You hear? Here we go. Alright, as you can tell, this amp I just bounced all over the place with it. Did cleans, did some rock and roll, did some metal. Obviously, this is just set up to like my preferences. You can plug in, get to your preferences. And the amp just kind of does, well, everything. It does everything but suck. Yeah, great amp. Super duper happy to have this in my collection. Lots of selling and selling and all kinds of crap went into putting this in my hands. The guy doesn't want me to really speak his name out loud, but huge thanks to the guy who put this into my hands. The deal I got on it was absolutely ridiculous, and it's bananas. Oh, by the way, this is EL34s that are in it right now. I am going to do a video showing the difference between the EL34, 6L6, and 6V6. That video is coming, but, you know, time. Homeboy needs some time. Okay? So anyway, hey, if you're still sticking around, subscribe to my channel, man. I could use all the help I could get. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but I do this as a hobby, so I can't go out and buy every piece of gear, so it is kind of nice if I can borrow gear. And if you have a more established channel and more people saying, yeah, you're okay to send stuff to, that would help immensely. All right? Very cool. My name is Sean Davis. They call me Truck Driver Sean. Or just the guy that's fucking your mom. I'll catch you in the next video. Later.